Yo, what's up, DJs? Today we're gonna look at Alex Becker portfolio that raised up once at like $1.5 million and crashed completely. And what we see here is a little bit going back up. And yes, he's back on YouTube after more than 6 months after his last video about crypto. He did one about Andrew Tate, but no one really cared. And he's back to let you know which coin's gonna do 100x. So first, we're gonna see what was his performance. Did he fall into some traps? And yes, he did. Second, we're gonna see what he's investing right now in. And then third, we're gonna see my beautiful face. No, actually, this we're gonna see the whole video. But we will conclude about where to go next. And let's not wait like a French train. I sorted the transaction of Alex Becker here, this guy at the middle, to know if he interacted with anything dodgy. And he interacted with BlockFi, sending 500K, 500K, and 230K. So yes, you heard me right, 1.2 million. That's probably why he wakes up at 4 a.m. to do BJJ. I do Muay Thai. We all have trauma in crypto and we need to externalize this. Now, I don't know if he managed to get out before BlockFi totally collapsed. Maybe he withdrew this money in fiat. We can't be sure. We can't see this because we are not an authority. So unless we know someone at BlockFi, it's going to be impossible to have this information. Another interesting transaction that I found is that he had 400 in Terra Luna. That's mental. He got those and he changed them in USDC. When you see the value now of 400K of a super stable coin, it's today $5,000. By the way, for those who are new to the channel, what am I doing here? It's just being handsome. No, I'm kidding. Well, not really, because it's not that fun. But what we're doing is when we have an address of someone in crypto, we can track all the transactions they did. Why? Because the blockchain is an open ledger. It's like a book where you say, person A sent to person B, then person B sent back to person A, then person A sent to person B and C, and we know exactly when it happened, we know the amount, we can have all this information. So I'm trying to triangulate all the information I get about some of those influencers here, Alex Becker. I found 2 of his address, and I think there might be another 1 or 2. But honestly, this is pretty good what we have so far because I can see all the transactions that he did recently. And this is actually something we will dig in later on to know which project is going to pump and where you can make tons of money. So anyway, that transaction happened 5 days ago, where May 9. And if we check May 9 for Terra, it's crazy because he sold it just at the moment there was the depeg. And then 1 day later, it lost 20%. 1 day later, it was okay. And it totally crashed. So honestly, fair play on him. I don't know if he had any information or someone informed it or whatever happened, but he was fast. So waking up at 4 a.m. paid massively for him on that one. Now let's track 2 of his addresses. For this address, he got 40K on it. It was at 75K. It's pretty easy to know it's his address because Neo Tokyo is his NFT project. And then we can see Sidus or Sidus. I think he talked about it in his video. I don't really watch all his videos. Let me know if you do, because I can directly watch his transaction and that's a lot easier for. We can see here on November 10 that he got some Sidus for some USDC. He bought for 5K. He bought some, what is that? NT that he sold to get some USDC. I can know everything. That's pretty cool because I know when he's buying, I know when he's selling. So I know before he tweet, I know before he posts a video, and I can place my orders. I'm actually building a bot for this. Let me know if you're interested in the comments, and probably I will send it to the newsletter. It's a bit more technical than I needed, but with all the addresses and stuff like that, I think having a community, probably a paid one, guys, come on. We're not going to do a free one where we get a free riders on. No, but having a paid community where we exchange and research what's popping on the blockchain and what are they doing. His second address here have 80K, so that's a bit more sizable. We can see got some ciphers, some Senate, some words, some Sidus. So this is all crypto gaming coin. His Sidus here is plus 35%, so he made 11K. So he's probably going to sell some of those soon. However, it's not that big position compared to his portfolio normally. Maybe he's starting slow, or maybe you have other addresses that I didn't find yet. But we can see all the trades that he talked about. Now, Cypher, to be honest, I have some. I invested pretty early in it. And that's classic. On the 10th of November, they announced a new partnership. So that's probably what created the pump. By the way, if you didn't realize yet, we are digging now to find the crypto gems where we can invest in early and make some good returns. This is a low market cap, 10 million market cap. This is what we like. The website look fairly decent for 10 million market cap. And then what we want is to see, okay, all-time high was 2 years ago at $1.4. Today is really low. Just resurrecting from his all-time low. That's basically what happened. So I got wrecked on that one. I invested in, and then it just went down, 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 down. I don't remember if I invested pre-ICO or whatever. I have to double check, but it's surely not a win now. Maybe if it goes up well, I don't know. Actually, let's be honest here. Let me track back when I bought it. Yeah, that's what I saw. I bought it at the top and then it went down. And I know which friend gave me this recommendation. So he gave me a lot of bad ones on the previous bull market. So next one, I will be even more careful. Another of his big holdings is Cedars or Cedars. We still don't know how to pronounce it. We can see that, what happened here? Wait. Received some Cedars and sold some Cedars. So he was in really long time ago. And he bought right here. All right. He received some, bought some here. 21K for 21K of it. Yeah, just before it popped. So now I digged in a little bit more to understand what happened. And I saw this lady of crypto. She's talking about Cedars here. There we go. They're burning 25% of their market supply soon. So when you know this, it created a pump. And then she talks about it. Alex Becker probably talked about it. There's two people who talk about it. If you check some project where different investors have some, like for example, MrBeast also have some Cedars. Can you imagine if one day mention it in a podcast when crypto is going crazy up? That would go mental. And then of course, it will be pure gambling. Now, if we check Cedars, it's a fairly big market cap, almost 100 million. And the whole time low is 2 years ago, minus 98%, already plus 400% from the whole time low, which is fairly decent. And that's why I was thinking I need to find the people who saw that early because they might see other things early. And I found this guy or this lady, a portfolio of 300K. And when I checked the Cedars, like all the portfolio is up. That's already a good sign, right? Except some stuff on the BNB chain that is not my favorite. But we have Cedars and Senates, pretty good. The value 160K, which is enough, by the way, to move the price because of the liquidity. Here, it means that if someone is buying or selling for more than 30K, it will move the price of 2% or more. So this person could move a bit the market, get 160K on it. And when I checked, it bought like right at the top, in 3 times. So that's like probably someone who did research. So what I'm going to do now is to follow this address. And when this address is selling, it's time to get out. Maybe to short, maybe, I don't know, but it's for surely probably not the time to get in. We can also take this other trade on Senate that I saw a few times. And that's the same, but at the bottom. And it's already at plus 25K in profit. For not investing that much, you can see, right? So this is definitely someone that we need to dig in to understand who are they, what they do, and what is their next move. And that's why I love on-chain analysis, because I can see exactly what's happening. I can get some insider trading information, almost. I know when the influencers gonna buy. Here, Alex Becker got some Cedars, some Cypher, some things. So we see a lot of patterns that replicate themselves. Now, to answer the question about what is Alex Becker investing in massively, is Cedars, Cypher, and Senate. A little bit Metaverse, but also he said he will invest in Avalanche tokens. I can't see this right now. Maybe he got the portfolio under another address. I can't say that I got everything, but I have a lot more than most of the people. And that's what is interesting now. That's why you should do this, because this is what is going to give you an insight. This is using the research of some other people, and you can see their track record. Nowhere else you can have that. When I see a guy doing some technical analysis with 15 squares and rectangles and triangle on the graph, have no idea what is his track record. But if I find his address, then I know exactly what happened, how he did it, and that give me an insight about like, should I follow that person or not? Now, of course, following dumbly will be dumb. That's why I say following dumbly. But one thing you could follow that would be not that dumb is this channel maybe. So subscribe if you like it. You can give a thumbs up. Click on the link below to get into the newsletter so I can send you some of those addresses, and I will let you know if I launch the community and when I will launch it. You will get something special. Anyway, much love, be handsome, and watch this video where I analyze another influencer that have a strange portfolio. Stay handsome. Ciao.